Hi, my name is Jacob Allen. I'm a sophomore in mechanical engineering. My group mates are Garrett, Caleb, Anthony, AJ, Steven, and Cormac. For the LCP project, my section is the needs section. So my job is to basically make the audience feel like they are part of the solution and part of something they need to do. It makes them feel like the issue is an opportunity for them to make a change, but also shows that there's a need for a solution and that it's not just a problem that is just there. It helps the audience feel connected to the issue and really want to be a part of the change that comes with it. So our group picked parking as our thing. So the reason we chose parking was through our interviews. So we talked to 56 different people in total, 50-ish. Each of us talked to about 7 or 8 people, and we all found that consistently throughout they felt they fit into 3 different sections. So our different sections were parking, dining, and financial issues. Financial issues ended up being too broad and had many different difficult solutions with many different issues, so we didn't really think we could successfully integrate that into a presentation. And then dining was something that we just weren't interested in, so we didn't choose that. But parking is something that we each have a personal issue with. We each have had our own problems with it, so helped us pick it a little bit easier. And then also there was an overwhelming majority towards parking with dining, but mostly parking to cause for that to be a project theme, and that's something we need to change. We think there's a major issue community because we ourselves have seen it. We have seen it in other people. The interviews themselves have shown that this is a major issue, that something needs to be fixed. We've had many personal issues with it. We've had many personal experiences with bad parking, just the lack of parking or a long commute to get to a parking spot in a bad situation. So this has really presented it to us as a good topic for presentation. Our research that we've conducted mainly through the interviews and also through just our own personal experience. We've also noticed that there's been a rise in the prices of parking spots since the schools opened, and I think that's just to do with the fact that there's a demand for more parking spots and there's also a demand for more spaces, so it needs to be built up to make to kind of reach for that demand, to fill in that demand. We noticed that our audience is mostly people who drive, mostly people who live on campus. A lot of the people we interviewed were either on campus or freshmen, but mainly on campus. We only had about 3 or 4 people who weren't on campus. And so that made it really easy to choose that, this is an on-campus issue. This is something that's mainly related to people who drive, to people who have to park in the parking spots that are given to us on campus. Different rhetorical appeals we're going to use. So we're going to use pathos, logos, and ethos, obviously, but we mainly want to focus on pathos and logos. Logos is going to be definitely our best way to go because it's just the easiest way to present statistical facts to the audience and help them understand the statistics behind the issues of parking. But also pathos will reach to their emotional and show them that they want to be a part of this, and it's not just an issue that's there, that they need to be a part of this. Our thesis that we've found so far, and it's a little bit rough, but right now it's that due to the lack of parking spaces and the price of parking spaces, we wish to create a new parking lot within the grass fields between the JC and the 90, or find new ways to reach further away parking spaces, whether that's through a cart service or something similar to that. That's easier than the buses that are given to us already. And this will solve issues like the lack of parking spots for students who have to commute, or just a shorter commute for those who have to walk to further away parking spots. The audience could affect this by joining in on our solution. They could affect this by joining in with the idea and just helping us with it. But we think that it gives them a good opportunity to understand the issue and then also help fight for a cause that they could affect them in the long run. For a digital project, we're thinking about either doing a skit or something small that will kind of display the issue. We think it's going to go in either the needs section or the attention section just to get people's eyes and really focus on it. And we're trying to present like a skit that will help them, understand the solution, understand the problem, but also, make them laugh and keep them interested at the same time. So in conclusion, I believe that through this presentation, we're going to be able to reel in an audience and help them really understand the issue at hand. We're going to be able to make them want to be a part of the solution, and we're going to make them understand it through our digital project and all of our rhetorical appeals that we'll use. Thank you.